Dear lover of makeup, dear beginner, this is your video. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Hlingiwe Njangase, popularly known as Mahlingi In. And if you are new to this channel, please make sure that you subscribe so that you get more of this content. Okay, if you are a regular at day one, a regular supporter, thank you so much for tuning in and watching my videos. Again, to the notification gang, we see you. I see you. I definitely see you. So this is a beginner friendly makeup tutorial. So if you are a beginner and you want to know how to do your makeup like this, like so, make sure that you watch this video till the end. So yeah, if you want to know how I achieved this look and practice it, please, and practice it, watch this video. I hope you like it.
Right here in the world, being with you all alone, it's like a dream come true. I want you right here.
So I find that as a beginner, you don't really need a lot of things for a flawless base. However, you need to prep your skin. So I use my LA Girl Pro Prep. If you are an OG in this channel, you know, baby. Also, it's very affordable. That is why I'm using this. It's really, really affordable. So prepping your skin is really important. But firstly, you go with your setting spray. So I use my LA Girl. You set that first, and then you prep with your primer. Make sure you cover your T-zone. If you're part of the oily skin gang, make sure that you cover your skin, your T-zone. But if you aren't oily like me, skin prep is still important, but you can just evenly spread it out on your face. Also, try to avoid matte primers. Just get something very hydrating. If your skin is drying like mine, get something hydrating. Then if your skin is oily and you tend to sweat a lot during the day, then definitely I will suggest something very matte for your skin. Second step is foundation. If you don't follow me on TikTok, make sure that you do. It's Mahlingi In. I just recently posted a foundation hack for summer. So if you are a beginner, of course, you probably have one foundation, which if you do have one foundation and it's a bit lighter, you can contour more so that it can bring warmth to the face. But if you have a darker foundation, you can conceal more so that you can bring brightness to the face. But because I have not multiple foundations, but I have a few foundations, I will mix these two. Also, if you are a not a big coverage girl, meaning you don't like a lot of foundation on your face, Fit Me, the Fit Me range from Maybelline is the girl that you can go for. However, if you do like coverage, you can build it up. It is very buildable. You can build it up, and meaning you can have one layer of foundation and another layer until you are satisfied with the coverage. However, I suggest that you find foundations that are written for coverage, so that you don't have to build your foundation. Why can't I speak? What's going on? But you can definitely start with Maybelline as a beginner, the Fit Me range. As to how you choose your color, you can just ask from the ladies by Discam. Ask them to, you know, help you with coverage. This is normal to oily, and this is normal to oily. Okay, so I think that's good for me. Okay, so I'm gonna mix 365, which is this shade. I don't want a lot of coverage, just 2 pumps. And then I'm gonna mix my 360 Mocha. I normally use 360 Mocha. This is the best foundation for me, but I find that my neck is darker than my my face. So rather match your neck to your face than try to match your face to your neck. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you understand? I feel like I'm so confused. Wait. If your neck is darker and your face is lighter, like me, okay, it's not really light, it's not really dark right now, but my neck is darker than my face, right? So rather than having a lighter foundation, and then my neck comes out looking, giving me a lustro, rather have a darker foundation so that it matches your neck. Do you get me? Yes. So yeah, I mix foundations now since I can't really have one shade because child, it's so hot. As a beginner, it's very important to know the different brushes and sponges and stuff like that, but I find that mixing or rather applying your foundation with a buff brush that looks like this one is best for foundation because it gives you a more seamless and great coverage. So you mix, and then you apply. It's really dark from my face, as you can see, but it matches my neck. I'm actually having so much fun. Dear beginner, like, you are going to fall in love with makeup so much. Like, if you really love it, you're gonna have fun. Blending is important, dear beginner. Blending. Dear beginner, blending is important. Makeup without blending, it's not it, sweetie. It's not it. It's not it. Don't lie to yourself. Don't fool yourself. Makeup without any kind of blending is not it. You have to blend your makeup. If you have to take your mirror and put it closer to your face so that you can see how everything is, do that, okay? Blending is everything. We can't like find foundation ending here and then no. In 2023, when I am on YouTube, no, I am here for my girlies, okay? I am here to help you guys. I'm here to help you guys win, period. So yeah, that's our foundation. We contour. So I use the Quick Face palette from Mr. Price. It's a collection created by Lungile and Ayanda Tabete from Mr. Price. It's also really affordable. And in this palette, you find contour colors. You find concealing colors. If you are lighter than this palette, there is another lighter palette because this palette is a dark palette, as you can see. So if you are lighter, the shade, this darker shade, is not in that palette. So if you are lighter than I am, you should get the lighter palette to conceal your face. So you can get contour and concealer in one packet. You see, it's affordable, right? Other than buying separate concealers and then buying the palettes, which is a great idea, but you can use this as concealer. So for concealing, you would use an angle brush. An angle brush, it means, you know, it's at an angle, right? So you're using an angle brush for your concealer. Sorry, for your contour. For your contour to be like a bit warm and not too much, you can take it from the palette and then pat it here at the back of your hand and then to your face. You're doing that to warm up the products before before you use it on your face. Make sure you blend. You can't just make a line and then just tap that line, because we can see it's a line, like it's a, come on. So make sure that you blend. When you contour, you need to feel your cheekbone and tap directly on top of your cheekbone when you contour. and then it gives you that snatched look directly on your cheekbone. This is like makeup as a beginner, right? So I'm not going to be doing like a lot of things because I don't want to confuse you guys. But as you follow me and subscribe to my channel, you will learn step by step how to do these things. And I kid you not, I also learned on YouTube, also from my own makeup artist, because I have a makeup artist. Anyway, so yeah, okay, so for the fairness of the video, I am going to use my palettes, this palette, as my concealer, everything. So to show you guys how what's the word, how to use, I don't want that word though, not how to use, let's just say how nice it is to have everything in one place. Let's just say that, how nice it is to have everything in one place. So I'm going to show you guys that if you buy this palette, how can you use it for a beginner, of course. But if you have concealers, you can do the same thing as I am doing with this palette. Okay, so yeah, second step is to how to contour your nose. I forgot. So to contour your nose, you take like a smaller brush and still dip in. I choose to not use this color that I contoured with because it's too dark, so I use this, but I dab like a bit into it. But you can just use this one so that you don't have harsh lines on your nose, like straight lines, because when you contour, you do like a straight line, but you have to blend it for it to just blend out with everything on the face, you know? Yeah. So I'm going to take this one. And still on your hand to warm the product. And then you start from your brow. From where your brow starts, you just do what I'm doing right now. I can't really explain what I'm doing, but as you can see, come as close as you can to this part of your nose. So you contour here, right? But come as close to this part so that when you clean up with concealer, it's more snatched than when you just put it very far from where you're gonna conceal. Your nose is gonna look too big. You get it? We're trying to give the illusion that we have small nose, that we cannot breathe, that we do not have nostrils. Okay, thank you. So with concealer, I'm going to use this one because it's not as light as this one. I'm going to use this one to highlight. I'm going to use this one to conceal first. So concealing is more of a cleanup. So I'm cleaning first and then I'm going to highlight. For that, I'm going to use a flat dome brush to apply the concealer. So you apply the concealer here and here to snatch you up, and then here as well. Concealer placement is also very important because everything that you do with makeup, it literally shapes your face the way you are doing makeup. For concealer to work, not really work, but for your concealer to look good, you have to let it sit for a bit. So you take your setting spray. Actually, after every step, you can just set your face so that your makeup lasts longer. In this heat, we need long-lasting makeup. So every step you just set, every step you set, you set. But here you leave your concealer for a bit and then we go to the next step, which is blush. All right, blush. As a beginner, you don't really have to buy everything. You know, you don't have to go and buy Dior blushes or any type of blushes as a beginner. And if you still don't know how to use certain products, don't waste your money and go buy certain things. But if you do have money and you want to try with the real thing, that's okay. But I advise not to do it as yet when you're just starting makeup, because you're just going to feel like you can't do certain things and you're not going to use them, you know. But practicing with other things before you buy the real thing makes you have knowledge on how to use that when you actually have one, like blush. So for the longest time, I didn't really believe in blush because I've never seen black women use blush. But now I would like to believe that brands are trying to be more inclusive and include women of our shade into their beauty ranges and show us that we can use what they are using, or rather we can also buy their brands. So I find that other brands now have blushes for black women, but some just don't really work for black women. Okay, so I have my Rimmel London. It's actually a lipstick from Rimmel. I'm not sure what shade it is. It's, let me check. Okay, it's 570 Firecracker. Okay, so I got this. I actually bought this as like a lipstick, but I've never used it as a lipstick because I just never liked it like that. And then I saw this girl on Instagram using lipstick as blush, and I was like, oh, that looks good on her. So I started doing that as well. So you take this applicator and you just put it here. Also find your cheekbone and put it there. Not too high but not too low as well, because we're really trying to lift the face. Makeup is sort of like a cheap facelift. And then immediately just blend it, because it's not really meant for your face, so it's gonna dry up really quickly. Don't try to spread out your product from the initial placement. If you place your product here, just blend it in there, and then if there are like harsh lines, and then blend the harsh lines on the sides, and then you can take it there, but you don't drag it, you just blend in. White tempela. Do you understand? Yeah, so we have a nice base. When someone says a base, this is a makeup base. This is what you have started with. This is what you have built. When I'm building, you Bob the Builder, you. And then you set your face with a pressed powder. So a pressed powder is very different from a setting powder. But as a beginner, I urge you to buy a setting powder, but a colored one. If you are dark, buy a colored one. So they are caramel, they are the ones that are just like yellowy. I'm gonna show you guys, but this is a pressed powder, it's not a setting powder. It actually fell, so please don't judge me. Ooh, it fell, guys. Like, there's nothing more painful than this. But yeah, it comes in a packet like this, but the color looks like this, so that you practice on how to bake, how to set your under eyes and everything like that. So even if you do get a pressed powder, it's okay. Get a pressed powder, but this color, not this white one. This white one is for the more experienced one. I'm joking. But yeah, getting this one will have you working for your ass, like working for your money, that you bought this and you have to use it. And as a beginner, I feel like I started on the wrong foot, because I used to watch people who are more experienced and people who aren't really focus on teaching people who are starting to do makeup, you know. So I used to buy everything. Like if I saw something, especially with my makeup artist, like if I saw her table set, I would just be like, okay, I'm buying that, I'm gonna buy that, I'm gonna buy that. And sometimes you don't know why you're buying certain products. So with this video, you're gonna know why you should buy certain products. So with this one, it's so much easier to use because you can use it as a pressed powder and you can use it to set your under eyes if you are dark. But if you are light, this will work for you. You can buy a translucent powder if you are really light. But if you are dark, I wish you should opt for this. I want you to opt for this one before you wish. Woo! Modimo! Modimo! That's what guys. You know what I'm talking about. But anyway, okay, wait guys, let me just sort out this mess and I'm gonna come back. Alright, welcome back from that commercial break. My name is Klingo Jones, popularly known as Mahlengi, and we are still doing our makeup. Right now in this section, we are doing a I almost had it. But in this section, or rather, yeah, we are setting our under eyes. So in this step, we are setting our under eyes. Go back with a brush. Here's another step. Go back with a brush and set again before you use powder. Go back with a brush and just set your under eyes, because while you are maybe opening your powders and stuff like that, your under eyes tend to crease. So I don't know how to explain creasing, but as you can see under my eyes, there are like lines here, and product tends to get inside the lines and then causes creasing. Okay, so you try to just fix that before you set. I find that sitting with these kind of powder puffs is just the best. So you take a bit of your pressed powder when you just have a pressed powder, still warm it up. Like, this is how makeup works. Don't ask me why are you doing that. This is how makeup works. One last time, just try to fix the creases. Ideal. Gently press that powder in. Can you tell the difference? I definitely can. It's more seamless. No creasing, nothing. Where is the crease? Show me the crease. Where is the crease? Please. I'm not a pro MUA. I am an MUA, but not a pro. But I mean, what is this base? It's giving flawless. It's giving finish. It's giving, even if I can go out like this, I am okay. Put on some gloss, leave the house. You are good, man. It looks like skin. Okay, it doesn't even look like makeup. Please. Are you joking? Are you joking? Please. If you do have a translucent powder, then you bake. Still use your powder puff. Still put your product. Can you see how much product is left there? You don't need this much. You just don't. And then you... use the pressed powder. You just draw a line to snatch your nose. No nostrils, we cannot breathe. What nose? Which one, please? And then next step is bronzer. Bronzer is like powder for contour. So it's for just setting your contour. Sometimes if you don't feel like doing like a very beat up beat, you can just use bronzer. I got this from Dis-Chem. It's called the Sun Kissed Giant Bronzer in the shade dark, meaning there are other shades that are a bit lighter when so that if you are a bit lighter than me, why am I saying a bit? If you are lighter than me, you can use that. It's also a bronzer, you know. Bronzer is really dark, so you just dab a bit and just, you know, do this and just to bring color back in your face after all that white powder. And then we move on to a eyeshadow palette. An eyeshadow palette is not just an eyeshadow palette, I'm afraid. If you're a girl boss, you know how to make things work. You can use an eyeshadow palette for a lot of things. You can use it as lipstick, 1. You can use it as blush, 2. You can use it as eyeshadow, 3. What else? I'm still thinking. You can use it as bronzer, 4, because if you have a darker shade, you can just take it and bronze your face. Pumi anjalo baby girl, please. So I take the pink shade so right now we're just gonna use it for blush. I'm gonna take the pink shade in my eyeshadow palette, which is from Signature. It's Toxic Nude. Since my blush is a bit pinkish, purplish, I just take the pink and just use it as my blush lightly. Just blush it up and take it up there. Now we are going to the hardest thing that people just flunk up all the time. We are doing brows.